Hi guys, it's Lana here and oh my gosh, my voice sounds so bad with this cold. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something I have had so many questions about. I mean, I feel like I start every video like this, but honestly, I try to make my videos in response to what you guys ask for. So you guys wanted to know about, I'm not Australian. You guys wanted to know about onion juice, the juice of onions for your hair and what it can do for your hair. For those of you who maybe haven't heard of that before, you might be thinking, onions got layers.
You know, not everybody like onions.
There has been a few theories about onion juice. They haven't strictly been proven, but there is evidence to suggest that the sulfur in onions is related to the keratin in your hair, and it can really help towards those building blocks of producing new hair. And also onions contain a lot of antibacterial properties, so it can really clear up any bacterial infections that you might have on your scalp. And also clearing away that bad bacteria really just opens the way for healthy hair growth. Those are just a couple of the reasons why onion juice may have a grounding in like a scientific basis for actually being able to help you with your hair growth. Aside from that, it has just been used for generations and lots of people believe that it is very helpful in thickening your hair, reducing baldness, and actually giving you that luscious thick hair. So that is what I want to show you guys today. I could sit here and make a video and say, this is how you make onion juice for increased hair thickness, increased hair strength, and reduced baldness. It's so easy to do, so cheap and inexpensive, and it works amazingly. But I don't want to do that. This is Lana Summer. I am Lana Summer, and we don't just tell you guys how to do things. I try it out myself to give you guys the information that you need, to give you guys the stone cold facts, to give you guys my honest review, my honest thoughts, and to show you guys exactly what happens when you try something like this. So this is a Lana Summer exclusive on onion juice. Let's go. You are gonna need a few onions, so take a handful of onion. So that could be one big onion, or it might just be two small onions, and then you just want to chop it up finely. For me, I personally work with onions all the time, so I don't get like really teary and stuff. When you have your diced onion, add some oil, add some coconut oil or some olive oil. I used coconut oil, but in hindsight, with it being winter, my coconut oil is stiff, it's solid. I would actually recommend using olive oil. Then hit blend this mixture, because you really just want to shred that onion to pieces. Then you might be thinking, I know onions, I know the smell of onions, I'm fine with onions, I like onions, I like eating them, I didn't cry when I was chopping them. But imagine you made like 10 or 20 cuts in that onion. The blender made 10,000 cuts. This is something they don't tell you. They're just like, yeah, blend it, then strain it, it's fine. No, as soon as you take the lid off of that blender, everybody in the room faints. Like every single spore of scent and eye-watering power that that onion could have released has been emitted into the air because of all, like, you've literally shredded this onion to bits, and it's potent. It is so potent. I don't know how anybody did this without mentioning this before, but I'm warning you guys now. As soon as you take the lid off of that onion, you'll be sobbing. You really will. I couldn't see. My niece, the poor girl, my niece, she's only 2 years old. She walked into the room, she literally walked into the kitchen and went, "Mwah," actually retching at the stench of this onion because it started filling the whole house. So at that point, when you have this potent mixture, then you need to strain it. You need to get every last chunk of onion out, and because I used coconut oil, there were a few hardened pieces of coconut oil. So I actually put mine through a sieve a couple of times just to make sure that there were no pieces of onion left at all, because you do not want to be in a situation where you have chunks of onion in your hair, especially if you have thick hair, long hair. If you've got curly hair like me or afro hair, then you do not want tiny pieces of onion in your hair. It doesn't want to leave. Once it's in there, it tries to make a home. Please make sure you strain this. Strain it again using a sieve or a cloth. So when you have that mixture, I left mine in a bowl and I sniffed it. Why did I do that? I wanted to be in the frame. I thought, let me just like put my face next to the bowl and then they can see me. No, because you can't be in that close proximity to this mixture. You just can't. This is the worst thing. I can't see. I can't. Watch out, because blended onions will do this to you. Oh my god. No one mentioned this. No. Oh my gosh, I actually can't open my eyes. Oh, I can't see. The fresh air is helping me. Oh my god. How am I going to put this on my hair? I need to get that fresh air on my eyeballs. I mean, I thought I was going to go blind for a second. I thought this is it. So then you need to obviously apply this to your hair, which might seem a bit scary. You're just crying while you're doing it. So yeah, I went to the bathroom. So I'm here, I'm in my bathroom. I'm choosing to do this in my bathroom because the onion juice is very, very strong smelling. I don't want to do it in my bedroom because I feel like the smell would just linger. You just don't want that. So we're going to do that here, and I'm wearing this old shirt that I don't really care about because again, like, this is going to drip down onto your clothes. And if you do this 3 times a week or quite often, then your clothes could end up smelling of onions regardless of how much you wash them. So I'm just going to wear this shirt today. So I'm going to take my hair down. We're going to chuck the onion water just into my partings, and I have thin areas of hair around my edges, especially on the sides, that I really would like to thicken up, and I'd like to thicken up all of my hair all over really. I have my onion juice right here. Any of these cloudy bits that you can see in this still is actually coconut oil. It's not actually onions. So we don't have any pieces of onion in this. If you feel like you've got pieces of onion in your mixture, then strain it, strain it, strain it again, because those are gonna be really difficult to remove. I'm gonna scoop some up in my hands. I'm gonna get that onto my hair. This is gonna make me cry. Oh, we got some drippage going on. And it helps to section your hair off again. I get this in my eye. Oh my god. Ah. You could put this into a spray bottle, or you could put it into one of those little pincer pot things. Pipette. Oh, it's gonna go in my eye. Ah. Ah. Oh, 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 ah. Don't go in my eye. Don't. Oh, we're good. We managed to get it all on. It's not in my eyeballs. So now you just want to massage this into your scalp. Like, I'm really surprised at myself that I'm not like bawling my eyes out right now. The smell is a lot less strong than the pulp. I've seen like a lot of different pages advice saying that you can use essential oils to help mask the smell, like lavender, peppermint, to mask the smell of the onion. I just really don't think that they're even gonna touch the sides, to be honest. I mean, this is pure onion juice. Like, you cannot change the intrinsic smell of an onion. I mean, if you think like when you're cooking with onions, the taste of onion will always carry through until the final result. Doesn't matter how many other ingredients you add to a dish that's got onions in it, onions will always be there at the final dish, and you can taste them and you can tell the difference that they've made. So I just really don't think that any kind of essential oil is going to help. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I just think that this is very oniony, and you will probably smell oniony for the duration of your process while using this hair growth remedy. That's just me being completely honest. So I have been wearing cling film around my hair, and that is to really like lock in the heat and to lock in the goodness, and it should make this treatment work faster and more effectively. So I'm just going to take that off now because it has been half an hour, I think. Oh, it's so oniony. Okay, let's just wash this off. Let's get it gone. So hair is freshly washed. I personally don't think it smells like onions right now. I did shampoo it like 2 or 3 times though, because you know my technique is usually to focus my shampoo up on the roots, but I did need to go and do that twice, and then I also needed to take some shampoo onto the lengths of my hair as well, just to make sure that that smell of onions was definitely gone. And you know what, I'm still not completely sure. Did I wash it 1 time? No. Did I wash it 2 times? No. Did I wash it 3 times? You bet. I washed my hair 3 times with the shampoo to make sure that smell came out. So my advice would be to use the onion juice and then wash your hair. Don't be applying the onion juice to freshly washed hair and then simply rinsing it out without having to shampoo again, because you are gonna need to shampoo again. This really smells. Honestly, I feel like people down the street could smell onions if you had done this. So I would definitely recommend doing it right at the start. Do your onion juice and then wash your hair, shampoo again, rinse it out, shampoo again, because that's what you're going to need to do. Now, as you can imagine, the people online are telling you to do this treatment multiple times a week. So that brings me then to my conclusion about onion juice. I would love to be able to tell you guys that I have found a go-to perfect hair thickening remedy, but the truth is that this ain't it. Nobody mentioned how bad this smells. I know that I use rice water. In all of my rice water videos, I have mentioned that it smells. But to me, that smell is fine. Like it's a bad smell, but it's not pungent. It's not potent. It's not like you can smell it from across the room. You really have to stick your nose in there and take a sniff and you're like, okay, that doesn't smell so good. You can put essences in and you can put orange peels in. You can put peppermint oil, lavender oil into your rice water to make it smell like lavender or peppermint or orange. You know, you can really change the smell of it just with a few drops of essential oil. And people have said that you can do the same thing with the onion juice. I feel like it would still smell of onions. I really think it would. For the amount of money that you're going to spend on all these oils to try and mask the smell of onions, you no longer have a cheap DIY home remedy. Nothing will make onion juice smell better. This leopard cannot change its spots. This is a stinky onion and nothing's going to change. It's so stinky to make, and if you made it on a regular basis, your house is most likely going to start stinking of onions. Everything around you is going to start stinking of onions. Your whole kitchen, wherever you do it. If you do it like 2-3 times a week, permanent state of onion stench is going to be occurring. I would not recommend it. If you want to do this maybe once a week, then make sure you do it before shampooing so that you can then shampoo a second and third time in order to remove the stench. I believe that it could work, but it's not for me. That's the tea on onion juice. I'm not sipping on it. I don't want to make it ever again. It was traumatic. I wasn't sure if I was crying as a physical reaction or whether I was actually just very, very upset at how badly my eyes were stinging at that point. I think it was kind of just mixing together into one. I probably was crying a little bit. Thanks to everybody who requested that I do this. I did have fun doing this and I'm glad that I could give you guys an honest review, like my honest thoughts on this. Okay, that was my Lana summer exclusive. That's the tea on onion juice. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and of course subscribe because I will be uploading again soon. And thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. So yeah, that's everything from me and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!